Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have denied claims that the Duchess wore a $62,000 ring made with diamonds gifted to the couple by a mystery donor in the Middle East for their Time cover shoot. Meghan Markle sported a staggering $384,000 worth of jewelry while posing for the cover of Time's Most Influential People issue alongside her husband Prince Harry, including a pinky ring that is estimated to be worth $62,000. The ring looks identical to a design that the 39-year-old wore for another Time shoot back in October 2020 when Page Six claimed that it was created for her by celebrity jeweler Lorraine Schwartz, who fashioned it from a gift of diamonds that the couple received from the Middle East. However, the couple has now denied this claim, insisting that the ring was obtained from a stylist who worked with them on the Time shoot, who in turn received the piece directly from the designer. It is unclear whether Meghan was gifted the ring by the brand via the stylist, or whether she re-wore a borrowed design for her most recent Time cover. Mail Online has contacted Lorraine Schwartz for comment. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle were styled for the new Time cover by celebrity stylists Claire and Nina Hallworth, who have recently dressed Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. It comes after Meghan was criticized earlier this year when it emerged she wore a pair of dazzling diamond earrings on her tour of Fiji in October 2018 that were a wedding gift from Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, who's been accused of ordering the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The pinky ring modeled by Meghan on her Time cover has been valued at $62,000, adding another hefty price tag to her already impressive collection of jewels. Speaking exclusively to FEMAIL, Alexandra Michelle, gemologist Prestige Pawnbrokers of Channel 4's Posh Pawn, commented, "It's a simple emerald-cut diamond on band, which is usually high clarity due to the cut. I'm estimating this as 1.50 CTS high color, D, high clarity, internally flawless, and to be worth around $62,039, 45,000 pounds. Anthony French, diamond expert at Austin & Blake, commented, "I would say it is approximately 2-quart emerald solitaire. I would suspect it to be worth around $62 to $69,000. Laura Lambert, founder of Fenton, added, "Meghan has selected an emerald-cut bezel set solitaire, which is a traditional engagement ring style. Wearing it as a pinky ring is Meghan's modern take on a classic style with a diamond, which in this size and scale is usually worn on the engagement or cocktail ring finger." Other trinkets worn by the Duchess for the shoot include the Cartier tank watch that once belonged to Princess Diana and was gifted to her by her husband in the early days of their relationship, which she paired with a $6,900 Cartier love bangle. In March this year, the royal was criticized by a lawyer fighting for justice for murdered Jamal Khashoggi over her decision to wear diamond earrings in Fiji in 2018, given to her by the man accused of ordering the brutal killing. Michael Eisner, who heads a human rights group founded by Mr. Khashoggi 3 months before his death, claimed the stunning chandelier earrings were bought with blood money by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. He said he was baffled that the Duchess did not know the prince, known as MBS, was linked to the murder when she wore the earrings at a state dinner, or his appalling human rights record. "Those earrings were bought with blood money and given to her by a murderer," said Mr. Eisner, Chief Operating Officer of Democracy for the Arab World Now, Dawn. "She has no business wearing them." The choppered earrings were presented to the Queen by the Crown Prince as an official gift for Meghan on her wedding to Prince Harry in 2018. The Duchess wore them on the first night of a visit with her husband to Fiji on October 23, 2018, 3 weeks after Mr. Khashoggi was killed and dismembered in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, and when there were prominent media reports linking MBS to the shocking assassination. The Duchess's lawyers insisted that at the time of the dinner she was unaware of speculation that MBS was involved in Mr. Khashoggi's murder. Fearless dissident Jamal Khashoggi was last seen alive entering the Saudi consulate in Istanbul on the afternoon of October 2, 2018. Within 2 hours he was killed by a Saudi hit squad, who dismembered his body using a bone saw. Mr. Khashoggi was an outspoken critic of the Saudi regime, and suspicion quickly grew that the kingdom's powerful Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, known as MBS, was involved. On October 18, The Times reported how a close circle of officials and security officers around MBS were the focus of the murder probe. A day later, The Sun told how one of MBS's bodyguards was suspected of the brutal killing. Later that day, Sir John Sowers, the former head of MI6, told the BBC's World at One radio programme that all the evidence points to the killing being ordered and carried out by people close to Mohammed bin Salman. Sir John's damning comments were reported widely. The Duchess of Sussex wore the earrings given to her as a wedding gift by MBS to a state dinner in Fiji on October 23. 10 days later, on November 2, the BBC's respected security correspondent Frank Gardner wrote an article on the BBC News website entitled, "Khashoggi Murder. Is Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed finished?" He wrote, "Official Saudi denials that he himself had anything to do with the murder, in a plot hatched from right within his inner circle, have been met with profound skepticism." On November 14, the Duchess wore the earrings again at Prince Charles's 70th birthday party at Buckingham Palace. At the time, the Kensington Palace press office told the media that the earrings had been borrowed, but did not say from whom. While the royal family's guidelines regarding the acceptance and ownership of gifts were adhered to, the Mail on Sunday learned that palace aides were frustrated that the earrings were worn. "Nowhere in the gift policy does it say you have to wear them," one source said. It is understood the diamond earrings were presented by MBS as a wedding gift for Meghan during his 3-day state visit to Britain in March 2018. Court circular records show he had lunch with the Queen and Prince Andrew at Buckingham Palace on March 7, 2018. There is no suggestion he gave the earrings to the Duchess in person, or indeed has even met her. It is understood the earrings were logged on an official register of gifts and that Meghan was informed about them in July 2018. They were then selected as part of the jewelry collection to accompany the Duke and Duchess on a 16-day tour of Fiji, Tonga, Australia and New Zealand. Every detail on such tours is meticulously planned months in advance, including the clothes and jewelry to be worn at each event. The couple were accompanied on the Fiji and Tonga leg of their tour by the hugely experienced Sir David Manning, a former British ambassador to the US and Tony Blair's former foreign policy advisor. On October 18, 5 days before Meghan wore the earrings, the Times newspaper reported how a close circle of officials and security officers around MBS had emerged as the focus of the investigation into what had happened to Mr. Khashoggi. Lawyers for Meghan told the Times that although she may have said they were borrowed, every relevant member of staff knew who they were from. They added that she was unaware of the rumors at the time that the Crown Prince was involved in the murder. Lauren Keena, author of royal jewelry blog The Court Jeweler, said, "What was unusual was the statement the jewels were borrowed, without explaining who owned them. When jewels are borrowed from the Queen, the palace generally says so." The Duchess wore the earrings for a second time on November 14, 2018 to Prince Charles's 70th birthday party at Buckingham Palace. This prompted an aide to confront Harry about the earrings, according to The Times. The prince was reported to have looked shocked that people knew where the earrings came from. Mr. Khashoggi, who wrote for The Washington Post, was killed and dismembered by a Saudi hit squad inside the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. His body has never been recovered. An explosive CIA report released by U.S. President Joe Biden 9 days ago claimed MBS approved Mr. Khashoggi's murder. The Crown Prince, who is Saudi Arabia's deputy prime minister and day-to-day ruler, has said he bears responsibility for the murder, because it happened under my watch, but has denied prior knowledge of the execution. The Dawn Human Rights Group and Hatice Cengiz, Mr. Khashoggi's fiancée, last year filed a lawsuit against MBS and 20 alleged co-conspirators in a U.S. court. The Saudi royal family has regularly given jewelry to their British counterparts. Royal jewelry expert Lauren Keena said Princess Diana received a suite of diamond and sapphire jewels from Crown Prince Fahd as a wedding present in 1981, and the Duchess of Cornwall received 3 suites of jewelry during her official visit to Saudi Arabia in May 2006.